Hey everyone, it's Adam here, aka Anti-Synagogue. Welcome to the Movie Vault. Right, time to move on and carry on with the Halloween franchise. After watching Halloween 5, that terrible god-awful sequel, the film that was rushed right in production because Halloween 4 was such a big hit, it wore me out. I'm worn out after doing Halloween 5, and sadly, the films do not get any better from here. They're going down paths and new directions now into the point where you don't give a shit what's going on. They go down a path where the movies don't get any better, and you basically just don't give a shit what's going on. That's more what can I say about this film right here, The Curse of Michael Myers or Halloween 6. Well, first of all, I want to say is that they're full of shit. This is not the scariest Halloween of them all. I said right here. I just got done watching this movie moments ago, and to tell you the truth, everybody, I had a very hard fucking time trying to pay attention to what was going on. It's one of those sequels in the franchise where they're trying to come up with a new direction and trying to come up with something new for Michael Myers' existence. Why is he there, basically? So, in this film, they're dealing with a cult. These druids of this cult. To tell you the truth, we didn't really need to know all that. I mean, the film, to put it straight away simple, Danielle Harris does not come back to play Jamie. And I've done my research as to the reason why, because she did not like the script of this movie. And I can't say I fucking blame her. She says she didn't like the script, and the only way she can come back is that she was paid the same amount of money that she did when she did Halloween 4. And they didn't do it, so she was like, basically, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. So they got this other actress to play it, J.C. Brandy, I believe, is the name of the new actress. Well, anyway, she has a baby, and while all this is going on, relatives of Laurie Strode have now moved into the Michael Myers house. And basically, it's about Michael Myers being thrown into the equation. Donald Pleasance does come back, but this is his final appearance in the Halloween films, which is really sad. Because I believe he passed away a few months before this movie got released, so this film is dedicated to him. He gets contacted by this radio station that Michael Myers has come back, and he's there to try and help the Strode family, and Jamie's character of the baby and all that kind of stuff. But the sad thing is, he doesn't really have a lot to do in this movie, which is really kind of sad. Learning about this cult of this new baby and all that kind of thing, I do really want to know. I do really want to know all that, everybody. The first Halloween movie is a classic, about Michael Myers killing his sister on Halloween night and sparing the life of his baby sister and not knowing the reason why, was a great way for the Michael Myers character. It's what made him scary. The fact he never spoke either. The fact that he was a stalker. He was appearing out of nowhere. One minute he'd be looking at Laurie through Jamie Lee Curtis' character through a fucking window of the classroom. 1 minute hiding behind bush trees and bushes, and then appearing behind a washing line, and just being this stalkish killer, and that was a great way for the Michael Myers character. Here, we're trying to get into the reasons as to why he killed his sister, dealing with this cult. There's this kid called Tommy who can hear voices in his head. And I found this movie really complicated. Really fucking complicated. What I love about the Halloween movies is that they're straightforward, to the fucking point, where they're not hard to understand. You can simply enjoy what's going on. You don't have to keep scratching your head every 5 minutes thinking, why is this happening? Why the fuck is that happening? They were straightforward movies, simple plots. And it was like that in Halloween 1, Halloween 2. Halloween 3 is a different category, but Halloween 4, Halloween 5, everyone knows how I feel about that. It's a god-awful piece of shit. I wouldn't say this is as worse as Halloween 5. Halloween 5 has definitely got to be the worst. I'd say the most terriblest ones, if you're excluding the three latest ones that got released after 2018. I say the worst ones have got to be Halloween 5 and Halloween Resurrection, without a shadow of a doubt. But this is not a good one either. I mean, from what I understand, the director who did this movie also directed Hellraiser 4 Bloodline, I believe. I was looking him up and he says, oh, good, he's done Hellraiser 4 Bloodline. I mean, Hellraiser 4 Bloodline is something special, but it's way better than this fucking movie. I mean, it's like that scene, for example, at this station that's open, and there's like this blood leading into the bathroom to where the baby is, and you're thinking, how come nobody noticed the blood? It's an open station. There's people around, and nobody fucking notices the trail of blood apart from this main character. I mean, granted, there is a few special effects I did like in this movie. I like the twisting of the head scene where Michael Myers is twisting that guy's head and, you know, the bone pops out of his neck. Good effects there. There's a shredder scene, you know, where a girl goes into this fucking shredder. You know, so kudos to that. There's a few good special effects in this movie. I'll give it that, but it's not enough to save the whole fucking movie. But again, Halloween is supposed to be one of those movies where you'd watch it all the way through, you'd have a blast, and be scared, be humoured, be entertained at the same time. Halloween 6 did not do that for me. It was one of those movies where, I mean, I did this in my first review where I just watched the movie, paused it after 15 minutes, did some more shit, push play, watched another 25 minutes, push, pause, went on my phone for a bit to check my emails, then having a conversation with friends on the phone, played it again. So it was one of those films where I stopped, played. And in my opinion, you don't do that for a fucking movie. Not just the Halloween movies, but any movie in general. It's what you never do that. I mean, when you watch a film, there's not supposed to be any interruptions because you might miss something or something like that, something important, you know, to do with the storyline. But, you know, I was doing it up to the point where I needed to turn the movie off. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of Curse of Michael Myers whatsoever. I didn't want to know about this cult. I didn't want to know about Jamie having a baby. I didn't care about these new characters of the Strode family, Laurie Strode moving into the Michael Myers house. Because in my opinion, that was just an excuse to give Michael Myers something to do. You know what I mean? So, I really couldn't care less. I mean, I will state some facts about this movie. I mean, this movie came out in the year 1995. In fact, its official release date was September 29th of 1995. And it's not on for very long, I'll give it that. It's only an 87-minute long movie, but it felt like it went forever. Budget of $5 million. What was other? You know, like I said, I've already said it was. Yeah, the adult Tommy, the character of Tommy Doyle, was portrayed by Paul Stephen Rudd, and it was one of his first film appearances. So, but again, he's hearing voices. Okay, it says the film was not screened in advance for critics, and the film holds an 8% of 36 critics. For 8% of the 36 critics, reviews were positive, with an average of only 3.6 out of 10. That's fucking ridiculous. And the constant reads, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers trades the simple, brutal effectiveness of the original of convoluted mysticism with a distortion of dull deaths. Yeah. And it was overfumed with an overwhelming dislike, and it is the lowest of the Halloween. It is one of the lowest rated Halloween films out the bunch. So you don't have to take my word for it. This film was considered a catastrophe, basically. You know, so I don't know what much more I can say about the Curse of Michael Myers, everybody, but an overall effect, you know, it was just like a total bore fest. I thought it was really boring and really complicated. And in my opinion, you don't do that with a Halloween movie. You don't make them complicated or anything like that. I mean, the first 4 Halloween movies I can tolerate. Number 5 was the fuck up. And they go bad from here. I mean, I will admit this is better than Halloween 5. I will admit that. But at the same time, it still doesn't... What the film gave us, it wasn't like a, you know, a saving point for the movie. You know, I mean, like I said, I already gave kudos to the special effects, you know, with the head twisting scene and the bone popping out the neck, and the shredding scene where the girl goes into that shredder and she's getting shredded, you know. But again, no one noticed that blood at the station when it's an open station, and no one fucking noticed the blood apart from the leading role, which led him to the baby. You know, I will give a shout out to one of my favourite YouTubers who loves this movie, the Michael Myers fanatic. You know, he made a movie years ago, purely stating what Michael's curse really was. So I appreciate that for making me to understand this movie better. But I understand this is one of his favourite movies. But even I had to do some research and watch other YouTube videos to try and find out, you know, what really was this movie all about? You know, what did it stand for? What was the plot? You know, what was the whole point of this cult? You know, it didn't make any fucking sense to me. But that's just my opinion. But thanks for watching this, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't go into more detail. I did watch it all the way through at the end, but at the end of the day, I still need major help from other people to review this fucking movie, you know. So, sorry, Curse of Mockamos, did not like it, everybody, but hopefully I can give kudos to the next film, H2O, because I surprisingly like that movie. So hopefully we can get to a positive review. Thanks for watching this, everybody, and please leave a comment. And again, if you can explain this movie any better, please leave it in the comments below, and I'd love to read it. You know, although I thought this movie was a piece of shit, I'm still intrigued to know more about this cult. I'd love to know more about this story. Maybe one day I can like it a little bit better if I understood it better, but until then, nah, not in my top favourite Halloween list. Thanks for watching this, everybody, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Thanks, everyone. Peace out.